Cody here with GungHoDogTraining.com, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to recall your dog. Can you call your dog from any situation at any time, and will they come to you no matter what? So I got 3 puppies here. I also have Chief, who's sitting out in the yard over there. Chief, come here. Right here, Chief. Right here. So Chief obviously has been trained to come here. These puppies, I've been working on having them come, and so at this point I can call them to come here, but it's not a guarantee that they're going to come. And so I'm going to take you through 3 steps, 3 simple steps that will teach your dog to come to you. Leave it. Come here. Sit. And after you have these 3 steps down, your dog should come to you at any point. Now, it's not you know, a 3-step stage that's going to take one day to figure out. A lot of dog training goes throughout the dog's entire life, and so you're going to have to be consistent with this, and you're also going to have a positive and healthy relationship with your dog, because that is a huge part, and that ties in to step number 1. The number 1 mistake that most dog owners make when trying to get their dog to come to you is not setting their dog up for success. So right now there's 3 puppies playing together out in the yard, and if I call them to me, it's likely that they're not going to come. I'm going to go ahead and try it, and we'll just see how it works. Here! So the only way that that was possible is because I went through these 3 steps that I'm about to take you. But don't ask your dog to come to you from a long distance off with a lot of distraction if you haven't gone through these 3 steps. Step number 1 is establishing a healthy, loving, trusting, loyal relationship with your pup. So you want to start when the pup is already in the completed position. So when you're asking them to come to you, you're going to be right next to them. So if they come right here to me, hey Honcho, come here. So they're right up here next to me, right? And I want to get down at their level, and when they're right directly next to me, I want that to be as positive as possible. So let's say we're starting right here. I'm holding my pup. They're right here with me. I'm gonna feed them some food from my hands, teaching them that I'm a source of fun. I'm a source of positivity. I'm a source of enjoyment. A source of something that they really want. You know, these guys are hungry. I always do my training right before meal time so that they're super motivated. So right now they're super motivated by food, and he's about to grab the whole thing of food behind the camera. I have this little cup of food here, and so I'm not asking them to come to me right now. They just are coming naturally, because being with me is better than being away from me. So then what you would do after you've kind of established a healthy relationship with your pup, you know, and you're petting them, and you're not going to use food as a motivation throughout their whole entire life, but at least through the first few stages in our beginner obedience training, food is a huge source of motivation. But you're also going to want to praise them with your hands by petting them and saying, good girl, good boy, you know, verbal praise. And then once you've established that healthy relationship and they trust you and they love you, then you'll be able to call them to you. Come here, here, here. And then they'll start to come to you. Now you want to ask them to come to you from a distance that they can understand. So puppies kind of have a bubble around them, and it's kind of a bubble of distraction. And if you're outside of that bubble, they're not really going to pay attention to you. So when I'm starting off, I mean, Honcho's just like a few feet away from me, so I'd be, Honcho, come here. Good boy. You know, asking him to come just a couple feet, and that's a victory. So then next time I might ask him to come 3 feet, and then 4 feet, and then 5 feet. And you're going to continue to build that reinforcement. So that's step number 2, is making coming to you an enjoyable process. So step number 1 is you are an enjoyable person and an enjoyable environment to be around. And then step number 2 is make coming to you more enjoyable than whatever else they're doing. Step number 3 is adding what I call the 3D, making the obedience cue 3D. So that's adding distance, duration, and distraction. And duration is not as important with Khmer. It'll be more important later on in obedience training, but basically it's what I was talking about. When you make it 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, you're adding distance, and you don't want to jump from 1 foot of Khmer to 25 feet of Khmer. So Olive's out here, she's going to the bathroom. She's naturally going to come back. Olive, come here. I'm going to reinforce that behavior as she comes back. I'm going to capture it by saying come here as she comes to me. And to keep it really simple, you can just say here. Saying come here is just something that I kind of do. I'm trying to work on myself, just saying here at first, making it really simple for the dogs. And so let's go ahead and do a little bit of practice here with them. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of them up just to make it a little bit more simple. Beginner obedience duration would look something like letting her play for maybe a minute. Yes. And just kind of letting her, you know, she's free right now. Yes means she can do whatever she wants. Olive, come here. So that was, you know, a short span of time. Then you would add that duration out. Yes. Now she's free again. I would let her go and play, and she might be out in the yard, she might be running around, but the farther that she runs, you're adding distance. And so sometimes it's good to start with really short durations from asking her to come back to you. Sometimes she'll naturally come back to you, and you would want to reward that. And good girl. And so adding in the distance is going to be really key as well. So at the beginning, I'm going to ask, you know, a come here from only a few feet away. Olive, come here. And I'm going to do it as she's already naturally coming towards me to capture that behavior. And then say she's playing with something right here. Olive, stay. Say she's playing with something right here. Yes. Yes. She's playing with that. Olive, come here. Good girl. So I'm going to call her away from a distraction, but only ask her to come, you know, 3 or 4 feet to me. And then we'll play again. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to be about, you know, 10 feet away or so. Olive, come here. Olive, come here. She's trying to bring it to me, but it's a little bit big for her. Olive, come here. So I'm a little bit too far away because she's not coming to me. So that means I need to get a little bit closer. I went from 3 feet to 10 feet. Maybe I should have gone from 3 feet to 4 feet. I'll get about 4 feet away. Olive, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Put a little piece of food over there. Be 5 feet away. Olive, come here. Good girl. Good girl. The reason why I don't call her from her sitting position is that when she sits like that, when I say sit, she should stay there. And I want to call her to me from a free position. Olive, sit, sit, yes. Now she's free. I'll put a little treat down here. Olive, come here. I'm gonna put a little piece of food down here. Now I'm gonna come all the way down here. Olive, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Drop a piece of food right there. Olive, come here. Good girl. Good girl. So you're going to increase the duration, the distance, and the distraction. Right now, starting off, I probably wouldn't start in this environment. It's raining outside. That's another bit of distraction. Olive, sit. Stay. Pancho, come here. Pancho, sit. Stay. So the rain is distraction, having other puppies around them is a high level of distraction. You can already see that they're not, staying when I'm asking them to stay. All of sit, sit, why don't you sit? So I recommend you start off just one-on-one with your dog or your puppy. Also, having toys is a distraction. Having loud noises or other people around is a distraction. And so you want to set your dog up for success. And so don't ask them to come here if you don't know for sure that they're going to come to you. Another huge bonus tip is using a whistle. Olive, here. Olive, here. Olive, here. Good girl. So she has that distraction, another dog, another toy. Basically, introducing the whistle comes when you're saying here, and also when you're rewarding when the dog comes to you. What I just showed you is actually another bonus tip is when you're playing outside and you're running around, anytime your puppy or your dog is running towards you, you want to capture that behavior. And it's really easy as a puppy. If you clap your hands and get real excited, woohoo, yeah! Woohoo! 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 Even as an older dog, they get excited and they'll make movement towards you. And as they're making movement towards you, you want to say here and then praise them when they get to you. Woohoo! 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 Good girl! Good girl! Good girl! And you would add in the whistle there too for some whistle training. So that's kind of your beginning process of teaching your dog to come here. And if you're able to add in high levels of duration, distance, and distraction, then you'll have a dog that will come to you in all types of environments. I've put together a free guide to help jumpstart you in your beginner obedience training. If that's something that you're interested in, there's a link down in the description. You can follow that link and get my free guide to help you get started. And training a dog is it's a long process. It takes a lot of consistency, and it's not something that you can solve overnight. And so there are training exercises that I go back to try to reinforce that. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hit that thumbs up button if it was. And until next time, #GungHoDogs. Good girl, that's a good girl.